Today, I'm gonna be mixing these vocals to this two track. This is 800 Ray. He's an artist here in Charlottesville, Virginia, as well as A1 Haven. They are brothers. They are rapping over this beat called Fly Away by Kosfinger Beats. Kosfinger, I 100% understand if you copyright this video. I don't believe that they've released this track as of yet. I know I personally haven't. I hope eventually they will, and then I should get this released. But today I'm going to show you how to mix or just watch me mix here. And yeah, thank you so much. So my audio, none of the audio picked up while I was recording in OBS. So this is the time lapse of me actually mixing the song, but unfortunately, I now have to talk to you talking in a different way, which is okay. We get challenged and we solve issues, and that's all we can do. And now we're almost done, and you don't have to listen to me much longer. But it's actually a joke because you do have to continue to listen to me because uh be, you're well, let's go and play it. Stop wasting your time. Let's do it.
My young nigga fucked up in the head, he just wanna run something down. These hoes ain't fuck with me back then, but she wanna fuck something now. Ain't no cap and rock for my brothers for real, you play 'em and not something down. Ain't no niggas be hating illegal for real, that's why we don't want 'em around. If you ain't my guys, cause you ain't gon' ride, feel like I'm Jeffrey, you know I'm locked in with slime. Yeah, free all the guys, bro got that time, These little nigga hoes act like he tough, then drop that down, we get 'em, five, hit 'em. He can run anywhere, we gon' get him. Life go fast, I miss my niggas. Told bro don't crash, he still ain't listen. Five, we ride so fast, you know I'm tryna fuck up the engine. Told bro slow down, I don't want to see you crash. He just hit the gas, he don't wanna listen. I like bad hoes, nigga. I never hit your bitch, yeah. Bro put a button on the back of the Glock, now he geeking and hit that switch, yeah. Can't even swim, that pussy like water, fucking, I'm diving in, Nigga got locked and he gave up a tip, he won't even dining in. Hit from the back at your bitch on the hands and knees. I do this shit for my family, I'ma run it up, it ain't no plan with me. Growing up, I had no pops around, it was just me, A1 and Z. Know I'm the GOAT, don't matter the beat. If you want a feature, you paying that fee on God. I don't know what's on my mind, that's why I'm rolling up. She telling me your heart is mine, but I just wanna fuck. One life you can't press rewind, so we just live it up. She say she wanna be my baby, treat me like a sippy cup.
My youngin' a tweaker, he gone off the meds. Like some shit in his eyes, all he see is red. Riding with Ray like I hopped on the peg. Play if he won't, put a loaf on your head. I ain't chasing your hoe, man, she after me. Cause she heard they one ball like an athlete. Certain city got bags in the backseat. Brody sending out shots like a vaccine. I was broke as a bitch, now all them hoes on my dick, cause they see my racks is up. We get in that mode for real, Brody scraping the pot like the dead off the power puff. Me and Ray be the ones, ain't no challenges. For them nights I was broke, watch me count it up. I'm getting money for real, it's say chase a bag every day on my calendar. All I know is get it with my brothers. Switchy on the back and make it stutter. Pussy good, I hit her with no rubber. Cold hearted, I could never love her. Niggas ain't have emotional clientele. And my feelings about Dre, I get high as hell. My nigga run around with a stick with flag on his head. I call that boy Raphael. Oh, you get in the bag, well I can't tell. The junkies are low with that pain smell. Watch a hoe get took when the gang round. Watch a nigga get shot if he play foul. Cause A1 ain't going for nothing. Been losing my brothers, I'm going through something. With my brothers and we had to thug it. I'm tryna fuck on your hoe like McDonald's.
My young nigga fucked up in the head, he just wanna run something down. These hoes ain't fuck with me back then, but she wanna fuck something now. Ain't no cap and rock for my brothers for real, you play 'em and not something down. Ain't no niggas be hating illegal for real, that's why we don't want 'em around. If you ain't my guys, cause you ain't gon' ride, feel like I'm Jeffrey, you know I'm locked in with slime. Yeah, free all the guys, bro got that time, These little nigga hoes act like he tough, then drop that down, we get 'em.
All right, so there's the track. Real quick, I'm gonna start off. Very first thing, we're gonna look just at the beat track here. So if you see the level that it's at right now, because I've already listened back to it, I actually want to fix this. I feel like the beat track is overall a little bit too loud. I'm gonna turn the limiter off. I'm gonna play it real quick. Now I have all my submixes as well turned down -6, my ad-lib instrument mux, all this. So let me just reset these real quick. Just so it's a little bit louder. We can always add headroom later. It doesn't matter. So you see how it's hitting about -2, -4? I actually want to do this lower. So all I have to do is turn it down. Either here, or you could use like a trim plugin. Like I could just go trim. Oh. No, word expand. Okay. Trim and choose that. I'll turn down this a little bit more. There we go. That's much better. So I have track spacer. This is sidechain to my main vocals, and I have one for the feature vocal mix. Essentially, every time the vocal is playing, it kind of ducks down and makes some space for the two track and the beat. I think there's plenty of people who do this. I think I got this off Wave Monopoly. I think that's who I got the track spacer part from, or somebody. But I've used this. I like it. It's super quick to kind of make some space, especially when you're mainly working with two tracks. There's one knob filter. It's a Waves plugin. You use this when you want to add like a swishing effect, like that filter effect, that underwater effect. And you can sidechain this. I have one knob filter here. I mean, it's pretty easy to sidechain stuff. You see this folder right here. You would just click that folder and you click whatever you want to sidechain. So I happen to choose a filter, but so now when I want to use a filter or to turn this down, I would go, "Nope, it's gonna be here," and I would click filter, and then I could add another filter like this, like here, if I wanted to, just in a really random spot, just to show you. Do some shit like that. Oops, excuse my language. Excuse my language. I'm sorry about that. Pro Q4, this was just to take out some of those hi hats that are just loud. Because when you get a two track, especially if you download it straight off YouTube, hi hats are going to more than often be pretty loud and obnoxious and a bit annoying, all things considered. So I just turn that down. I have a dynamic EQ on there. So that way, on parts, if there aren't any parts with the hi hat, it's not just EQing that space. So that's that essentially. That's the beat two track. Next, we're gonna go over to my guy Ray's track and his vocals. I'm gonna just mute every single little thing, all the plugins here, so you can hear what it sounds like with nothing. So, and we'll just slowly add them back. We will slowly add all the plugins back like a nice puzzle. We're gonna piece this puzzle together, and I'll explain as it goes on as well. Thank you so much. So now we're gonna play it from right here.
My young nigga fucked up in the head, he just wanna run something down. These hoes ain't fuck with me back then, but she wanna fuck something now. Ain't no cap, I'ma ride for my brothers for real. You play, I'ma knock something down. And them niggas be hating illegal for real. That's why we don't want them around if you ain't my guys. Cause you ain't gon' ride.
Tube Tech CL1B. That's gonna be the same on both these. Boom. I'm just looking for a very subtle. Really, I like the sound that this plugin makes. It gives it kind of emulates the Tube Tech sound compressor. Also like to use it to just get a little bit of dB reduction between 0 and 3. So it's very light. So that way when I hit my two main compressors being the CLA2A and the C4 multiband, it's super simple and easy. It basically comes in at a nice compressed starting point. And I like to use multiple compressors. Hate me or love me. You know what I'm saying? All right.
Niggas be hating illegal for real. That's why we don't want them around if you ain't my guys.
Like occasionally
you ain't
catches
gon'
it
ride, Feel like I'm Jeffrey, you know I'm locked in with slimes. Yeah, free all the
on the loud parts. Next, we are going to add these NS1s in the RDSer. All the NS1 does is if there's a little bit of background noise or like that or anything like that, that's not a vocal, it kind of just suppresses it a bit. RDSer, every time there's sibilant sound, this is going to just duck it real quick. So let's play it.
Up in the head, he just want to run something down. These hoes
Something, you heard the something, it ducked it. Next we have Pro Q4. This is simply just a very light,
ain't
quick
fuck with me
EQ.
back then, but she want fuck something now. Ain't no cap, I'ma ride for my brothers for real. You play, I'ma knock something down. And them niggas be hating illegal for real. That's why we don't want them around.
Yeah, it just cuts out the low end, and that's essentially that, right? Nothing else in his vocal was really bothering me at the time when I was going through it. So that's that simple EQ. Peak reduction, got some gain on the CLA2A. I'm basically just looking for like 0 to -5. Peak reduction.
My young nigga fucked up in the head, he just wanna run something down. These hoes ain't fuck with me back then, but she want fuck something now. Ain't no cap, I'ma ride for my brothers for real. You play, I'ma knock something down. And them niggas be hating illegal for real. That's why we don't want them around if you ain't my guys. Cause you ain't gon' ride, Feel like I'm Jeffrey, you know I'm locked in with slimes. Yeah, free all the guys.
So that's that. Makes it pretty even. C4 multiband compression. This is my main compressor that I really am able to kind of go pretty deep into in terms of the exact frequency that I want compressed. It makes it more. It makes it more calculated when you're compressing, I suppose. Instead of just a broad compressor like the CLA2A or the Tube Tech, this one really lets you get into the nitty gritty. So we have play this.
Them niggas be hating illegal for real. That's why we don't want them around if you ain't my guys. Cause you ain't gon' ride, Feel like I'm Jeffrey, you know I'm locked in with slimes. Yeah, free all the guys, Bro got that time, These little nigga hoes act like he tough, then drop that down. We get him, hit him. He can run anywhere, we gon' get him.
So that's that. Super quick, easy. Area Q, just make sure that low end is gone. I did a little bit of a boost right in the 2K area, and then a bit of a top end boost as well with the Area Q.
Life go fast, I miss my niggas. Told bro don't crash, he still ain't listen. Fi. We ride some fast, you know I'm tryna fuck up the engine. Told bro son I don't want to see you crash, he just hit the gas, he don't wanna listen.
It's very simple. Saturn 2, didn't really do much on this. This was really just my gain amplifier. So I had my drive up by a little bit. Not a whole lot, but it added volume.
We ride some fast, you know I'm tryna fuck up the engine. Told bro son I don't want to see you crash, he just hit the gas, he don't wanna listen.
But because I turned the beat track down, I'm actually gonna end up turning this down as well here. Because typically I shoot for like 6 and I get a 4 on my actual beat track.
Life go fast,
And
I miss my
then
niggas. Told bro don't crash, he still ain't
like
listen.
8.
Fi. We ride some fast, you know I'm tryna fuck up the engine. Told bro son
8 to 6 or so. And that's kind of what I'm shooting for when it comes to my vocal. That makes it to a 2-track, or I'm trying to line it up with the sound of the claps if I can. So I'm gonna go ahead and add all these delays and reverbs. Essentially, just Valhalla Pro Q4 on this effects bus, just cutting off some of that high end and that low end. Valhalla Vintage Verb 60,000 divided by the BPM is how you get the decay. So 60,000 divided by 148 is how you get the BPM. My guy 808 Spins was the first person to ever teach me that, but there's countless YouTube tutorials regarding that. We go into the H delays, or the delays, the half delay, fourth delay, eighth delay. H delay, high pass, low pass. If you want to see me set up this template that I'm using, I just made a video on it. I appreciate you watching it. Unfortunately, it's not for sale quite yet, the template, but watch it along and you'll get what I use every day. So yeah, that's that essentially. And now I did the exact same thing essentially to his brother's vocals, Ace, CLA2A, Pro Q4. Very similar stuff, honestly. Yeah, Saturn 2. Did warm tape and a little bit more saturation on his, but other than that, it's essentially the same process that I was going through with Ray's. Yeah, mess with that knob for whatever reason. One last thing is I have these parallel compression tracks. It's just to bring up some body into the vocals. So if I turn this all the way down,
time, these little nigga hoes, I like he tough, then drop that down, we get him. Fi, hit him. He can run anywhere, we gon' get him. Life go fast, I miss my niggas. Told bro don't crash, he still ain't listen. Fi. We ride some fast, you know I'm tryna fuck up the engine. Told bro son I don't want to see you crash, he just hit the...
yeah, and it's just like, if I play this,
Cause you ain't gon' ride, feel like I'm Jeffrey, you know I'm locked in with slimes. Yeah, free all the guys, bro got that time, These little nigga hoes, I like he tough, then drop that down, we get him. Fi.
it just heavily compresses it. At one limiter, make sure it doesn't go over a certain dB range. And then, yeah, so I'll unmute everything here now. And
just for real, you play them and not sundown. And them niggas be hating and leaking for real. That's why we don't want them around it.
now we're gonna go into final mix. We're gonna have to redo this a little bit.
If you ain't my guys, cause you ain't gon' ride, feel like I'm Jeffrey, you know I'm locked in with slime. Yeah, free all the guys, bro got that time,
TDR to cartel and the gain reduction of -1. We have ozone 9, a little bit of a dip in the 808s because they were a little bit loud. Let's play this just because I'm going to redo this multi-band compression.
Feel like I'm Jeffrey, you know I'm locked in with slime. Yeah, free all the guys, bro got that time, These little nigga hoes, I like he tough, then drop that down, we get him. Fi, hit him. He
They're just barely touching it. Barely touching it. For L2.
can run anywhere, we gon' get him. Life go fast, I miss my niggas. Told bro don't crash, he still ain't listen. Fi. We ride some fast, you know I'm tryna fuck up the engine. Told bro son I don't want to see you crash, he just hit the gas, he don't wanna listen. I like bad hoes, nigga. I never hit your bitch, yeah. Bro put a button on the back of the Glock, now he geeking to hit that switch, yeah. Can't even swim, that pussy like water, fucking, I'm diving in, Nigga got locked and he gave up a tip, he won't even dining in. Hit from the back, got your bitch on her hands and knees. I do this shit for my family, I'ma run it up, it ain't no playing with me. Going, you ain't my guys, cause you ain't gon' ride, feel like I'm Jeffrey, you know I'm locked in with slime. Yeah, free all.
So quick mastering, but essentially all I did here was for L2, we hit around -3 or at nothing higher than -3 just to get it loud, output at 0.3. And then the second one is just to make it a little bit louder. It's not doing anything crazy, but it's just going like 1 maybe. Like I'll play it.
You ain't my guys, cause you ain't gon' ride, feel like I'm Jeffrey,
That's it. Pretty simple stuff. So tonal balance, we got.
you know I'm locked in with slime. Yeah, free all the guys, bro got that time,
That's one thing I have an issue with my mixes, at least when I look at tonal balance, is this frequency range is always lower comparatively. I play in bass heavy. Like if I went to hip hop, which is what, this is,
Your bitch, yeah. Bro put a button on the back of the Glock, now you geeking to hit that switch. Yeah, can't even swim, that pussy like water, fucking, I'm diving in.
it like completely misses it. And I know this is just like a visual thing and it's not necessarily like a actual audio thing per se, but it's still, I do understand that I'm missing an element in that range frequency. This meter
It's
just tells me how
kosfingers,
loud it is in
baby.
short term or long term.
Huh? My young nigga fucked up in the head, he just wanna run something down. These hoes ain't fuck with me back then, but she wanna fuck something now. Ain't no cap, I'ma ride for my brothers for real, you play, I'ma knock something down.
So that's essentially it. It is a bit distorted, but that's okay. So that's the song. Last thing is, I have some claps here.
Down and in. Hit from the back, got your bitch on her hands and knees. I do this shit for my family.
So just a little reverb send essentially is all this is. I just have it high up on the reverb, 8.4 here, and it's loud. And I got a delay on there too. And that's essentially it. So I thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate it. I hope you guys like the lighting in the back and the what's on my face. Been trying to level up for you guys, and I appreciate the 1,000 subscribers. And if you want to watch this video or watch the video on how to make this template, check out this video on screen here right now, or it might be a different video. But have a great day. Bye bye.